Hey guys, we're back with another Blender tutorial, and today we're going to be continuing the low polygon island tutorial. And today we are going to be finishing up the coloring and finishing up a little bit on the modeling. So open up your Blender, open up your low polygon island project. And what you want to do is select the water model and then come up to the modifiers, a triangulate modifier, apply that, and then add a displace modifier, add a new texture, and set the strength to 0.3. And then you can also just edit that until it gets to the point where you like it. I think that's good. And that just makes it so it makes it a little bit more rippled, and then just apply that. And also, guys, if you're trying to add a modifier and you try to add it, so say I apply this, it won't let you because you're in edit mode. Just go back into object mode and you can apply it there. So yeah, there's that. And now let's add the color to the water since it's the easiest of the two parts. So what you're gonna want to do is you might not have a model, a texture, a material here. You just want to hit new, and then usually for the water I like to set the diffuse intensity all the way up and the specularity all the way up, and then come up to here and just get a nice blue color that you like. And then there's that. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and that's the water. That's all you have to do for the water part. And then what you're gonna want to do is come over to the island and hit tab, and then you're going to want to add another material up here and hit new, and then rename the second one to dirt, and then go to the next one, the first one. Get off, cat. No. Sorry, my cat just tried to get up on the TV thing. I just got home from school, so. Okay, for the grass, usually, for both the grass and the dirt, you want to turn the intensity all the way down. It doesn't really have any shininess. And then you can just play with the diffuse and how you like it. Usually I just add it up to 100%. So what you're going to want to do, I'm sorry. So close. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, I hate it when I do that. And if you guys didn't know how to get this selecty thingy back to the center, just hit Shift S and then cursor to center. Didn't have my screencast keys on. Oh, so now what you're going to want to do is hit C, and this brings up the select mode, and you can roll your scroll wheel up to make it bigger and smaller. What you're going to want to do is select all the area of this place where you want it to be grass. And sometimes if you have a big area, this can be kind of tedious, but not really that much with the small little island. And even with the select tool, it doesn't get that bad. Oops. And then you can also deselect it by hitting pressing down the scroll wheel, and then select by going left click. And then so there's that. Now what you're going to want to do is come over to your right panel wheel and select the grass and hit assign, and that should assign it. Now you'll see when you scroll this, it will change everything, but then when you have that all done, just come down here and select all the area that you want it to be dirt, and then just hit assign, and then now you can just change the color. One second, be right back. Okay, sorry for that. I forgot to say, select the dirt before you change it. And then when you have that, you can also come up to here and hit select, and it should select that. I'm just going to make this a little bit more kind of grassier, I guess. Just most of the stuff in Blender, it's more of your creative taste. You can just do it, kind of whatever you want, whatever looks good, but try to at least stay somewhat to the point where it looks good. So now you're going to want to select everything that you want the dirt to be and hit assign. And then that, if you have it all the same color, it will probably change it. And then now you can come down here and select kind of an orangish tone. And then just select this and just bring it down until you have a nice dirt color. I think that's a little too much. Just bring that up. I usually like to have bright colors because it's kind of a cartoon kind of feel, so it seems like it would be. So then just scale the intensity of the specular down. And if you guys didn't know what the specularity does, it just makes it so it's more shiny. Okay, so that's all the coloring for the basic island. Now what you're going to want to do is hit Shift A. Shift A. And then add in a camera. And then get to a point where you like it. Like, I usually like to have a little angle on it. And then just hit Control, Alt, and then 0. And then that will bring it up. And then with it selected, you can press G. And then move it to the place where you want. And if you want to zoom in, you can hit G and then press down your middle mouse wheel and drag in and out to zoom out. I think that's good. And then what you're going to want to do is when you're selected this, hit Shift S and then add the, and then go up to cursor to selected. And that will just add the cursor to the origin point of the camera. And just hit Shift A and then add a sun. And go into third view, and then just hit R to rotate it to a point where it's kind of still over the sun, over the island, so you can still see what's happening. And what I'm doing is just switching from all the views just to make it to the point where I like it. And then that's basically all the lighting system. So I'm going to hit Control S, and then just save that, and then hit F12, and then that's that. For the very basic of it. And then what you also could do is come over to this this world tab and then hit environment lighting and ambient occlusion. It kind of makes it a little bright. And let's see what happens when I hit that. So bright. I think it's this. Be right back. Okay, sorry for that. You can hit ambient occlusion and just change the factor of it to make it a little bit more brighter and more cartoony, depending on what your style of game or kind of look of your island you're trying to get. I kind of like it at 0.5. I think it's pretty good for a kind of a cartoony game, cartoony kind of thing. So then what you kind of want to do, if you want to make it look a little better, just come up and select the sun lamp, and then just go over to the sun tab, and then just hit sky. And then that will just make it so it has this cool kind of look to it. Sorry about my fingers. And then you can also you can hit classic. That just makes it so if you could see the sun, it would have this kind of area where you would see the sun at. It would have this, basically make it look like the sun. Hit desert. It just makes it so the sun is a little bit kind of reddish and purplier. And then mountain just makes it so it's the sky's a little darker. I kind of like just the classic for this, but it's all up to you. So that is the basic of what we're going to do today. So what we learned is the coloring of the island and just basic Blender render. Just a basic lighting system and camera setup. And then next episode, we're going to be kind of modeling another, like a tree to be on our island, as you saw in that first animation in the beginning. And then also we might do a little basic animation on the island just to make it so it twirls around. It'll probably be better than the first in the animation that I showed you in the beginning. So yeah, guys, if you guys liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you guys like the style of tutorials that I do, please give any ideas for any more tutorials that I can do in the future, or what you guys would like to see. I'm thinking about having a whole polygon kind of tutorial series, but we'll see what we'll get. So yeah, guys, please go check out my other videos for kind of game making and for kind of gaming and soon to be game development, and I'm really excited to do. So yeah, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.